Hey there, Rivet crew. Happy Thursday. We have a full-on body weight workout today, 20-minute AMRAP of push-ups, pull-ups, and air squats. This is a spin on the benchmark workout Cindy, right? This is Cindy XXX. I won't bother to run through all the numbers, but as you can see, it's pull-ups, push-ups, and air squats with slightly bigger sets every single time, right? It goes from 10, 20, 30, 15, 30, 45, so on and so on. The sets get bigger and bigger. These have to be done in the order written, right? You can't jump around and do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You have to do it as written. And the goal today is to get as far down that list as you can in 20 minutes. For most people, your score will be how many reps you have performed in the 20 minutes. There will be the occasional person who can manage to actually get through all this in 20 minutes, in which case that score would be the time completed. But I think most people will be, just try to get as far down that list as you can, doing it in the order written. So the biggest thing I'll emphasize on all these things is range of motion. So there's a lot of people, so I'm trying to say here, we got RX standard. Part of the RX standard, part of doing a movement RX is making sure that you go through the full range of motion. That's actually one of the biggest parts of RX, is doing the movement with the full prescribed range of motion. If you're not doing it with the full prescribed range of motion, you're not doing it RX. So let's be clear on that. Let me talk about each of the movements. So push-ups first. This is the one that tends to be very, not RX due to lack of range of motion and or lack of body position, but we'll focus on the range of motion right now. So range of motion on our push-up, straight arms at the top, right? Fully locked out at the top, arms are fully straight, and chest, and only chest, touches the floor at the bottom. The body, during the meet, while this is going on, the body holds a nice straight plank position. The hips are locked all the way open, and the knees are straight. The knees are the big one I tend to see with people. Again, I'm diverging. Let's just focus on range of motion. So at the top, fully straight arms. At the bottom, chest touches the floor. Right back up again. You notice my hips don't move up and down. My knees aren't bent. Right, we're kind of locked in place there. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads. All the way down, touch, and all the way back up. Those are RX push-ups. Try to do all your push-ups exactly like that. I mean, if you just can't maintain that due to lack of strength or endurance or whatever, that's fine. You're like, okay, I can't do it. You can scale those somehow or modify them. But if you are looking to be getting an RX score today, all your push-ups have to look like that. Air squats, of course. Full extension of the hip and knees at the top, and the crease of the hips clearly below the knee at the bottom. So, you may be thinking, well, if I shorten that range of motion a little bit, I'll go a little bit faster, it'll be a little bit easier, and I'll get a better score on the board. Yeah, but you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there, because the reason we're here is to get fitter, faster, stronger, right? And part of that is making sure that we are strong through a full range of motion. Plus, it's a health benefit too. The reason the whole movement standard, range of motion standard originally came up is so that we can maintain the ability to move through a full range of motion as we go through life, as we age, as we spend too much time sitting in office chairs and whatnot. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. So, at the top, you're standing tall, right? Straight line at the top. Shoulder over hip, over knee, over ankle, right? We're not ending up here. We're not kind of squatting up to here and going up and down. So stand all the way up tall. Fully extending the knees and hips, and then at the bottom, all the way down, hip crease clearly below the knee, right back up again. You can see, watch my hip right here in relation to the top of my knee at the bottom, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. I kind of like to stand my knees open at the top just to ensure that I'm actually getting that full range of motion. One more time, all the way down, all the way up. You can see the crease of my hip is clearly below the top of my knee. Then pull-ups, of course. I'm not going to go over the pull-up bar. But pull-ups, of course, we're making sure those arms are fully extended at the bottom. And then we are getting our chin clearly over the bar at the top. Ideally, if you want to hold yourself to the highest standard, and I would encourage you to do this, when our chin is over the bar at the top, our head is in a neutral position, which means our head's like this, as opposed to reaching that chin up towards the bar and shortening that range of motion. Refer back to the comment I made earlier about you kind of, selling yourself, not short. You're not getting everything you can out of movement by shortening range of motion. All right, so as far as you can, 20 minutes. Core work. Let me demonstrate for you. Where's my ball? It's over here. I just want to demonstrate the core movements for you real quick. So after the workout, if you have a little bit of energy left, we want to go 3 rounds, 40 med ball rush and twist, 30 med ball sit-ups, 20 med ball wall slams, these are lateral slams, and 10 med ball mountain climbers. So real quick, rush and twist. So these, you can either go knees bent or legs out in front. I kind of like to go legs out in front, heels up off the floor. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making sure we get a nice twist to the abdomen there. Med ball sit-ups. We can go, we're gonna go hand over head and come straight up and push that ball, top the ball. We're gonna go, is that 30 reps there, I think that's it. And then our lateral slams on the wall. Awesome camera work today. So today we're gonna stand facing the wall. We're gonna get a nice twist to the hips. We're gonna slam, catch, and go other side. So we're getting a nice, real nice twist to the midline, slam, and go. 20 total on those, I believe, 10%. And then the last one, the mountain climbers. Hands are resting on the ball for a little bit of instability. And I'm on knee to elbow, knee to elbow. That'll be the last station. There you go. All right, guys. All bodyweight stuff, core stuff. It's going to be an awesome day. Come in and get it done.